Previously on the Mr. Sanchez channel. Sanchez released a what if video of Rexy 2 years ago. Now, Mr. Sanchez is redoing the video. So let's see how this turns out.
Rexy, one of the most popular and famous dinosaurs of all time in media, being well known as, if not the most popular, dinosaur in the Jurassic franchise. But what if the queen herself were in a different franchise, the Carnivores franchise? But before we start, some of you watching this video may not know what Carnivores Dinosaur Hunter is, and may have clicked the video because you saw Rexy in the thumbnail. Well then, let me explain to you what Carnivores Dinosaur Hunter is. Carnivores takes place in the year 2190 AD. A science vessel called FMM UV discovered a planet, which they designated as FMM UV 32. FMM UV 32 bears some striking resemblance to Earth, sharing numerous similarities. But what truly sets it apart is that the life forms are alien creatures resembling old depictions of what we once imagined dinosaurs to be. Another unique aspect of the planet is the presence of Ice Age animals, making its existence truly one of a kind and fascinating within the planet. Now that you know about carnivores, we can now start this Rexy video. Since this video is about Rexy surviving on an alien planet, we must first choose a suitable island that would be most appropriate for the queen herself. There are a total of 7 islands in the game, and each island is different from the others. Out of the 7 islands in the game, Fort Siskin is the best choice for Rexy. I won't go into depth on why the other islands weren't suitable for Rexy, but I will include a reason for why they weren't suitable. Now, for the reasons why Fort Siskin was the best choice are the following. Big terrain is an important factor since Rexy is a big dinosaur and will need to move around. Fort Siskin is a warm and suitable island that hosts many large dinosaurs, making it suitable for Rexy, who wouldn't suffer from overheating or freezing. Food and water aren't going to be a problem for her because of the many different lakes on the island and the many different herbivorous species on the island. Fort Siskin is a perfect habitat for Rexy since the real-life T-Rex lived in forests and coastal lowlands, so it wouldn't be far-fetched that Rexy would do the same. Now it's time for the negative, and there's only one. Fort Siskin hosts many dinosaurs, and some of them will pose a challenge for Rexy, but we'll talk about them later in the video. Now that we have discussed the positives and the negative aspects of Fort Siskin, we can now see if the queen herself can survive on the alien planet.
Rexy wakes up in the upper parts of Fort Siskin. Confused, the queen gets up and looks around her surroundings. This place is new for her. She hasn't seen this place before. She looks around to see new land, trees, and a new environment. She decides to walk around and investigate the area. While walking, she stumbles upon her first alien dinosaur, a Moschops. This chubby alien dinosaur is one of the most widespread on the planet of FMM UV 32. They are passive dinosaurs and will flee from any danger. The Moschops notices Rexy and immediately runs away. Rexy, seeing the Moschops flee, doesn't pursue it. She's more interested in where she is and understanding her place. She continues walking on the alien planet and finds a lake. She decides it's a good place to take a break and get some water. While she's drinking, she notices something huge in the water. At first, it just looks like a rock, but then something starts to emerge from the water. A giant neck comes out and a head appears. It's a Brachiosaurus. These peaceful giants are massive, among the largest on this planet, and can weigh over 25 tons. They both see each other and acknowledge their presence. The Brachiosaurus isn't fazed by Rexy and continues eating the plant life from underwater. Rexy passes by the Brachiosaurus and continues her journey. While walking, she notices that the sky is getting darker. She realizes that night is coming and that she should get some rest for tomorrow, so she goes to the rocky areas of Fort Siskin for a safe place to sleep. Rexy wakes up from her sleep and notices the bright sky, with dimorphodons and pteranodons flying above. She gets up to prepare herself for her first hunt on this alien planet. She hasn't seen much life yet, only the brachiosaurus and that chubby dinosaur. She makes her way to the lower parts of the lake, hoping to find a dinosaur that will become her morning breakfast. While walking, she hears the sound of dinosaurs roaring downstream from the lake and goes to investigate what's making that sound. As she walks towards the sounds, she finally sees what is making them, a small herd of different herbivorous dinosaurs. She sees some dinosaurs she recognizes, but they're different, those being Parasaurolophus, Gallimimus, and Stegosaurus. These alien dinosaurs look very different from the Jurassic world. Herbivores and act very different. The Stegosaurus of FMM UV 32 is very primitive and needs a second brain in its back legs. The Parasaurolophus of FMM UV 32 lacks body armor and uses its keen senses for survival. She notices them grazing and eating, and they haven't noticed her presence. She walks slowly towards them to make a sneak attack. As she walks towards them slowly, she notices the Parasaurolophs have stopped eating. They all looked up and looked around. The Parasaurolophs of FMM UV 32 have great hearing, but terrible eyesight. They know that something is here, but they don't know what it is. As Rexy stands still, she waits in the shadows of the trees for the right opportunity to attack. As the Parasaurolophs keep looking, one of them lowers their guard, thinking it's just a Stegosaurus. Rexy notices one of the Parasaurolophs has lowered its guard, and it was now or never. Rexy runs towards them, roaring and sprinting. Pure chaos erupted. Every dinosaur is in a panic, running for their lives as Rexy is in pursuit. Something else hears the commotion from afar. Rexy's eyes locked on one of the Parasaurolophs, determined to capture this dinosaur. The Parasauroloph, noticing Rexy, runs to the forest parts of Fort Siskin to lose Rexy. But Rexy is able to catch up. As the Parasauroloph tries its hardest to run away, Rexy grabs the Parasauroloph by the neck and bites hard, making it a painful but quick death for the Parasauroloph. Rexy finally makes her first kill on the alien planet, but as soon as she made her kill, she noticed something coming. It's not a Parasauroloph or Stegosaurus, it's something smaller, but more than one. This alien dinosaur hunts in packs and attacks large creatures. It's the Carnivores Velociraptor. These dinosaurs can weigh up to 2 tons and hunt large prey for food. These velociraptors were once worshipped by the ancients on this planet and were called fast as the wind, with teeth sharper than any blade. These 3 velociraptors are here for the food, and Rexy knows. The velociraptors move closer and jump. 2 of them go straight for the attack. One of them gets on Rexy, and the other one goes for the leg. Rexy bites, but misses. She shakes the velociraptors off her body and continues biting. The last velociraptor joins. 2 of them try to jump on Rexy, but one of them misses. Rexy quickly shakes off the velociraptors, sees the velociraptor that fell, goes for the bite, and grabs the velociraptor, sending it flying. One of the velociraptors, seeing his pack member dying, goes for the jump on Rexy, but misses, and that was his biggest mistake. Rexy grabs him with her mouth and crushes the velociraptor with her teeth. The last velociraptor, seeing what just happened with his pack members, leaves. Rexy roars in victory and can finally enjoy her meal in peace. After a long day of fighting and eating, Rexy notices the sun going down and heads back to the safe, rocky areas of Fort Siskin to rest and to prepare for another day on this alien planet. Another day goes by on the alien planet. Rexy decides it's time to explore the other parts of Fort Siskin and heads to the forest. As she explores the forest, she hears the many sounds of different dinosaurs echoing in the forest. She's also encountered many different dinosaurs as well, such as Ankylosaurus, Allosaurus, Carnivores and Pachycephalosaurus. But unfortunately, they all ran away before she could get any closer, as they think Rexy's footsteps are from a certain dinosaur that rules this island. As she continues her journey through the forest, she encounters a new dinosaur, the Chasmosaurus. These dinosaurs are quite rare and live in isolated places because of competition and having bad eyesight and hearing, which makes it difficult for them to compete with other large-horned dinosaurs and will attack other dinosaurs if feeling threatened. As she spots the Chasmosaurus, thinking it's a lone one, she prepares to attack, but notices something else, another Chasmosaurus, a family of them. Realizing there's more than one, it wouldn't be great to attack the family. If so, the attack could lead to serious injury or death. Knowing this, Rexy decides it's best not to attack and to find some other dinosaur for food. As she continues her journey, she's having trouble finding dinosaurs to hunt as they run away just from hearing her footsteps. A couple hours go by with no luck finding dinosaurs, but as soon as Rexy loses hope, she smells something very recognizable: blood. She follows the smell of blood and finds a trail of blood on the floor and decides to follow it. As she follows it, the smell becomes stronger each step she gets closer. She finally reaches what made the blood drops, and it was an Amargasaurus. These dinosaurs are the smallest sauropods in the planet of FMM UV 32. As she gets closer to the Amargasaurus, she inspects the body and finds no sign of what killed this dinosaur, only a punctured hole in its stomach. Not letting this body go to waste, she takes bites off the body and enjoys the meal. But the meal didn't last long, as the killer finally appeared. It's a Ceratosaurus. Unlike the real-life Ceratosaurus, which is smaller, this alien version is much bigger and stronger and can weigh almost 10 tons full-grown. Another unique feature of this alien dinosaur is the use of its horn. These ambush predators use their large nose horns for a variety of hunting tactics, from flipping over defensive ankylosaurs to ramming and impaling smaller sauropods at full speed. Both notice each other and move around the body. Neither will give up the food, and they know it. Rexy attacks first, biting. She misses her first bite, but not the second, biting the Ceratosaurus in the neck. The Ceratosaurus, in pain, uses his horn and scars Rexy near the face, but misses hitting the eye. Rexy backs up, realizing that the Ceratosaurus will use its horn for combat. She must play this smart, or she could get a serious injury. Both circling, seeing who will make the first attack. This time, the Ceratosaurus goes first to stab Rexy again in the face, but Rexy dodges the attack. Seeing the opportunity, Rexy rams the Ceratosaurus, dropping him to the ground. The Ceratosaurus on the ground tries to get back up, but Rexy bites on the neck hard. The Ceratosaurus, in pain, screams and does its best to get Rexy to stop by kicking with its legs. With luck, the Ceratosaurus lands a good kick and pushes back Rexy. Seeing that Rexy is pushed back, the Ceratosaurus gets up and makes a run for it, not risking its own life for food. Rexy, seeing the Ceratosaurus leaving, roars loudly in victory for winning the fight and winning the food. As she stops roaring, she hears another roar from afar. This one is different from all the others. This roar was so loud, it could be heard from miles away. Rexy pauses for a second and notices the many pteranodons flying away from that roar alone. Rexy, interested in what made that roar, but notices that it's already getting dark and it would be better to investigate tomorrow. But for now, she enjoys her meal and prepares for tomorrow. Another day goes by on the alien planet. Rexy wakes up and is interested in what made that roar last night. She gets up from her sleep and prepares to go investigate the sound in the deeper parts of the forest in Fort Siskin. As she goes deeper, she notices something from afar. She can't make out what it is, but sees multiple of them. They're not rocks or anything she has seen. As she goes closer, she sees what it is. It's multiple dead ankylosaurus, all of them dead, missing different parts of their body. As she inspects the dead bodies, she notices footprints leaving the crime scene. These footprints are big and are likely the footprints of the killer. She follows the path of the footprints, and while following the footprints, she finds a giant wooden wall and a broken gate. She has never seen this before and is curious. She enters and finds multiple wooden houses inside and many bones all around. She looks around to find the dinosaur whose footprints she has been following, but nothing. No dinosaur is in sight. As she walks away, thinking the culprit is somewhere else, she hears movement behind her. She turns around to see the dinosaur killer and the ruler of this island. This dinosaur is so feared that its footsteps are enough to scare even the biggest dinosaurs on this island. It's the FMM UV 32 Tyrannosaurus. This dinosaur is an absolute beast and is the most dangerous dinosaur to hunt in carnivores. Being able to reach sizes of 2 stories tall, shotgun pellets and rifle bullets ricochet harmlessly off this carnivore's armored hide, only aggravating this territorial dinosaur further. Both looking at each other, their eyes locked. Before Rexy could react, the carnivore's T-Rex rose up, roaring at Rexy as it charged. Using its weight, the carnivore's T-Rex knocked Rexy into a wooden house. Rexy, knocked down from the force, gets up and charges at the carnivore's T-Rex, biting. The carnivore's T-Rex, becoming more agitated from these bites, bites hard on Rexy's tail, taking a piece off. Rexy screams in pain and backs off, but the carnivore's T-Rex charges at her again, knocking her into a tree. Rexy, not wanting to give up, attacks again, biting the carnivore's T-Rex near the face with all her force. The carnivore's T-Rex, becoming more agitated, swings his head from left to right with force to get Rexy to stop. Rexy loses her grip and tries to go for another bite, but the carnivore's T-Rex bites Rexy on the neck and drops her to the ground. As she tries to get up, the carnivore's T-Rex bites her again near the leg. Rexy, in pain, does her best to get the T-Rex to stop. She gets a lucky hit, hitting the T-Rex in the face with a lucky kick, only stunning the carnivore's Rex. Injured and weak, Rexy does her best to get out. But it doesn't matter, as the carnivore's T-Rex charges at her again, opening its mouth for another attack. All she can do is watch her final moments as the carnivore's T-Rex goes for the final bite.
I had a lot of fun with this video, and I want to clarify some things before we end the video, since I know that some of you might be confused about some parts of the story. Let's start off with the first one. How did the carnivore's T-Rex not notice Rexy early in the story? For this one, it's pretty easy to answer since, if you remember, Rexy lands on the top parts of Fort Siskin, and in this part of the island, there is only high mountains. The only way the carnivore's T-Rex would be able to enter the upper part of Fort Siskin would be through these 2 areas only. The next question you guys might have would be, why did Rexy survive for that long? Again, this answer is easy. Since Rexy isn't an aggressive dinosaur like the Indominus Rex and is more peaceful, unlike the Indominus, who would have died earlier if she was here instead. For the last question you guys definitely have would be, how did Rexy lose? I won't go in depth on this, but the reason why Rexy lost would be because of the carnivore's T-Rex size advantage, weight, and durability. The carnivore's T-Rex can withstand over hundreds of bullets, and is the most durable dinosaur in the game. I love Rexy, but sadly she wouldn't be able to beat the carnivore's T-Rex. She would at best be able to take down the carnivore's Ceratosaurus. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below about how you thought about this video. Goodbye and thanks for watching.